Most people don't give a second thought to how they soak their chia seeds. You toss them in water, maybe stir once, and let them sit. Seems harmless, right? But here's the truth. If you're over 60 and trying to stay healthy, the way you soak your chia seeds could actually be hurting you more than helping. These tiny black seeds might look innocent, even magical, but behind their glossy shell lies a serious trap if you're not careful. Millions of people are using chia daily for digestion, energy, or even heart health. But they're unknowingly making 5 critical mistakes that can quietly sabotage everything they're trying to fix. Mistakes that can cause digestive discomfort, mineral depletion, and blood sugar spikes, especially in older adults whose systems are already more vulnerable. Take soaking in cold water, for example. It's one of the most widespread habits, and on the surface it seems harmless. But if you're just dumping chia seeds into cold tap water, what you're really doing is slowing down the hydration process to a crawl. In cold water, the seeds take far longer to soften, and even then, they don't reach their full gel-like state. This matters more than most people realize, especially as we age. When those seeds aren't fully hydrated outside the body, they continue absorbing moisture after you've eaten them, inside your gut. That can spell trouble. Imagine chia expanding in your digestive tract, drawing water from your intestines, making you feel bloated, blocked up, or worse, dehydrated. It sounds like a small detail, but over time, it can lead to real gastrointestinal strain. What makes it even worse is how people often either soak their chia for too short a time or far too long. Eating them after just a 5-minute soak is one of the worst things you can do. It might seem like they're ready, but inside they're still dry, and once they enter your body, that's when the trouble begins. They swell inside you, pushing against your gut, making digestion uncomfortable or even painful. Seniors are especially susceptible to this because digestive motility naturally slows with age. Now swing to the other extreme, leaving your chia soaking overnight or even longer. That might sound safe, even convenient. But long soaks can cause the seeds to start fermenting. Suddenly, instead of nourishing your gut, you're feeding it something that causes gas, bloating, and an unpleasant bitter aftertaste. What began as a superfood is now fermenting in your belly, slowly creating more discomfort than benefit. And then there's the silent killer that almost no one talks about: what you're soaking your chia seeds in. That sweet juice you're using to make your breakfast taste better? It's likely packed with sugar, which destroys your blood sugar stability and can totally counteract chia's benefits. Seniors with blood sugar issues or pre-diabetes should be especially cautious here. Even store-bought almond or oat milks can contain added sugars and gums that disrupt gut bacteria. And if you're using dairy milk, you could be blocking mineral absorption entirely. That's right. Calcium in milk competes with chia's naturally occurring iron, meaning you're flushing vital nutrients down the drain every morning. It's the kind of mistake that doesn't show up right away. But 6 months down the line, you start feeling inexplicably tired, mentally foggy, or more susceptible to cold and illness. Another step most people overlook entirely is rinsing chia seeds before soaking. You rinse your fruits and vegetables. But chia? No one tells you to. But the seeds, like flax and sesame, contain a natural substance called phytic acid. It's meant to protect the seed, but in your body, it binds to minerals like magnesium and zinc, 2 elements that are vital for seniors looking to maintain strong bones, clear thinking, and a calm nervous system. When you consume chia daily without rinsing, you're accumulating these anti-nutrients. And while chia has less phytic acid than some other seeds, over time it adds up. If you've been doing everything right but still feel like you're not getting the energy boost or digestion relief that chia is supposed to bring, this could be the reason. A quick rinse under warm water for just 30 seconds is all it takes, and yet barely anyone does it. But perhaps the most dangerous mistake isn't how you soak chia, but how you store it. So many people do the prep right: rinse the seeds, soak them, maybe even use a good liquid. But then they throw the mix into a plastic container, shove it in the fridge, and forget about it. And just like that, they've introduced BPA or microplastics into their so-called superfood. These harmful compounds can leach into your soaked chia, especially if the container isn't BPA-free or if it comes in contact with warm liquid. Microplastics have been linked to hormone disruption, increased inflammation, and immune system decline. For someone in their 60s or 70s, exposure to these toxins is the last thing your body needs. And if you're storing large batches for days at a time, mold becomes a hidden danger too. It creeps in without warning, especially if you've added fresh fruit to the mix. And once mold spores are in there, every spoonful could be laced with toxins that irritate the gut, weaken immunity, and undo all your healthy efforts. If you've made any of these mistakes, don't feel bad. You're not alone. These are widespread habits. But the good news is, they're incredibly easy to fix. You just need to slow down and soak smart. Use warm filtered water instead of cold. Give chia seeds 20-30 minutes to bloom, not 5, not 24 hours. Avoid sugary juices, dairy, and unfiltered tap water. Rinse those seeds before you soak them. It only takes half a minute. And whatever you do, don't store them in plastic. Use a glass jar with a tight lid and consume within 48 to 72 hours. That way, you avoid BPA, prevent spoilage, and protect your digestion. It's incredible how these small habits, done right, can create such a big shift. With a little attention, chia can transform from a risky health trend into a genuine ally for your body. Seniors who adopt these changes report clearer thinking, less bloating, more regular bowel movements, and even better sleep. Why? Because when your gut is functioning well, your whole system thrives. And chia, prepared correctly, is one of the most powerful gut-supporting foods out there. But it's not what you eat, it's what your body can actually absorb and use. That's the key. If you want the benefits of chia, more energy, smoother digestion, stronger immunity, then it starts with mastering how you prepare it. These seeds are small, yes, but the mistakes around them can be big. Fortunately, now you know better. Imagine waking up and realizing that one little habit, something as innocent as how you soaked your chia seeds, was the reason behind your sluggish mornings, stubborn bloating, or those mysterious energy dips that kept you from fully enjoying your day. That's what many older adults report once they start correcting these small mistakes. You see, your digestion is more sensitive than it used to be. That's normal. The body's enzyme production slows down, gut flora changes, and mineral absorption becomes more challenging. But instead of throwing up your hands or blaming age, you can start making your food work for you, especially the superfoods you trusted to support your health in the first place. That's why the way you prepare chia seeds matters even more as you age. It's not just about maximizing nutrition, it's about preventing harm. Because these tiny seeds are powerfully absorbent. If they're not fully soaked and rinsed, they can dehydrate your gut lining and cause unnecessary strain. That can lead to constipation, cramping, or even poor nutrient uptake in the hours and days that follow. And if you're already dealing with medications, reduced stomach acid, or any digestive disorder like diverticulosis, these mistakes can hit you harder than a younger person. Some people believe that if something is labeled a superfood, it must work wonders automatically, but that's the most dangerous mindset of all. Chia seeds have the potential to reduce inflammation, lower cholesterol, and stabilize blood sugar, but only when they're properly prepared. Otherwise, they can act more like an irritant than a helper. And for seniors managing chronic issues like diabetes, high blood pressure, or osteoarthritis, those small irritations can quietly trigger larger flares in inflammation or contribute to digestive sluggishness that leaves you feeling heavier and more fatigued. It's also worth noting how this ties into your body's need for minerals. Magnesium, zinc, iron. These are minerals that fuel everything from your memory to your immune response to your bone density. And they're also the very minerals that phytic acid, when not properly washed away, can block from being absorbed. Seniors already face an uphill battle, keeping bones strong and inflammation down. Don't let an unwashed seed sneak in and make that harder. Every spoonful of soaked chia should be working in your favor, not adding hidden obstacles. And let's talk about storage again, because this might be the most dangerous part. Storing chia seeds in plastic isn't just about BPA or environmental concerns. It's about what those plastics do once they leach into warm, wet food. Studies show that long-term exposure to these chemicals can mimic hormones in the body, triggering disruptions in metabolism, immune function, and even increasing cancer risk. Now ask yourself, do you really want to start your healthy breakfast with a dose of hormone-altering compounds? It's especially critical for seniors whose systems are less equipped to filter out toxins efficiently. And let's not forget the added fruit problem. It might make your chia pudding taste fresher, but over time, those fruits break down, attract bacteria, and speed up spoilage, especially in a fridge that's opened and closed multiple times a day. One bad bite, and you could end up with food poisoning or severe bloating that takes days to settle. But when you get it right, when you rinse, soak with care, choose clean liquids, and store safely, the transformation is incredible. You don't just avoid the problems, you start reaping benefits you thought were out of reach. Regular, easy bowel movements, a flatter stomach, fewer sugar cravings, more mental clarity, clearer skin. You may even notice your joints feel less inflamed, all from a tiny shift in routine. The chia seeds didn't change. You just learned to unlock what they've been hiding inside them all along. So the next time you reach for that bag of chia seeds, think of it as an opportunity. Not just to eat better, but to take control of something deeply personal. Your ability to nourish your aging body with intention. You've worked hard for your health. You've earned the right to feel light, strong, and energized in the morning, not weighed down by the very foods that are supposed to lift you up. It doesn't take much to do this right. A rinse, a soak, a shift in mindset. But those small actions can ripple into something much bigger. And that's what holistic health is all about. Remember, your body still wants to heal, thrive, and energize you each day. But you have to meet it halfway. Chia seeds can absolutely be your ally in that journey. Just don't let careless habits turn them into a hidden enemy. Treat these seeds with the respect they deserve. Because when used correctly, they don't just fill your stomach, they fuel your life. If this information opened your eyes, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a friend or loved one who uses chia seeds daily, but might be unknowingly harming their health. And if you want more practical, no-nonsense advice like this to keep your body working better as you age, go ahead and subscribe. This channel is here to protect your wellness one smart habit at a time. You don't need perfection, you need preparation. And now you've got it.